Hi, this is Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Thursday, May 25th, 2023. The address we're inspecting today is 1940 Northeast Poynter Street, Hillsboro, Oregon, 97124. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the roof plumbing vent. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras on the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, it should be noted that some of sewer pipes made of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspection must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made of cast iron ABS 3034 or HDP pipe, with all-purpose fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. We are in 3-inch cast iron piping. We are running some water to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. And like I said, we are pushing through the roof plumbing vent. It does look like the sewer pipe direction runs to the street in front of the house. It would be Poynter Street. There is a clean out access point on the front yard exterior in between the two bedroom windows, but it's a cast iron cap that'll have to be chiseled off. So maybe at some point we would recommend having that chiseled off just to have easier access for this sort of thing. But for today we are just going to push through the roof pipe. Now right from the get-go, because of the 1960s cast iron pipe, it would be highly recommended to have a sewer scope. Even if we don't see any issues today, we'd recommend having a sewer scope every 2 years. Keeping an eye on this pipe. This is an old metal pipe in the moist northwest soil all day long, every day, and we'll keep our fingers crossed it just keeps on going and going. But it's certainly at life expectancy, or what would be considered like an average life expectancy, and most likely will need some attention in the future. And so just right off the bat, we would call this a deferred cost type item. We're going to start diving here. This typically happens right before the roadway. Usually at this dive, we're diving under what would be like a sidewalk or whatever. And we're at 70 feet. Okay, so cast iron piping appeared to be in pretty good condition. If you take a snapshot of the property currently today, the pipe does appear to be in working condition. Like I said, I would recommend chiseling off that clean out cap for easier access. This was pretty rough, pushing through multiple tight turns. We're a little bit limited towards the end of this. So we'd recommend having the cap removed and then having a sewer scope every 2 years, keeping an eye on the pipe, and then of course repair and or replace as needed. So really, owner needs to go into this thinking that this is a deferred cost and this is going to need some attention in the future. And like I said, we'll keep our fingers crossed it just keeps on going and going, but this will most likely need to be updated or modernized in the future. Okay, so we'd recommend having a sewer scope performed every 2 years, keeping an eye on the cast iron piping, and we'll keep our fingers crossed it just keeps on going and going. But because of the older cast iron pipe, this really should be considered a deferred cost item. And we'll, like I said, we'll keep our fingers crossed it just keeps on going and going. But this is 1960s cast iron pipe. It is past what would be considered an average life expectancy and will most likely need some attention pretty soon. If you take a snapshot of the property currently today, the piping, the areas that we could see, seem to be in working condition. So we would recommend monitoring and then of course repair and or replace as needed.